Want that.
All right, we're recording. So, our first little get-together episode, we're going to try to see if I can get this shit done. Welcome to, I don't know, Mimosas, MLS, and Mayhems, or Meltdowns, Canines, Contracts, and Crap.
Let's see what we all agree on.
I don't know, what do you think, guys? These are just, like, ideas. My phone is recording, so I can't pull what everything was said to me, but we got dogs, deals, and what was the other one? Dogs, deals, and I don't know. What was it? Remember?
Dogs, deals, and
Shit.
it's not a
Canine
deal until it falls
chaos.
apart twice.
Canine chaos and contracts. I think I like that one
Craziest
too.
deal you've ever saved. Hold on.
Canine. I like the canine chaos and contracts.
That's good.
And dogs, deals, and dirt. I think
No.
No.
The must
No,
have,
if
the
you're
must
like a
not, in
construction
reality,
worker,
the
I think.
conclusion.
No. Kind of a little bit.
Would be
Brian, what do you
awesome.
think?
But discuss the butt now.
Knockbox.
Yeah, mine were just no Botox.
I didn't see all that.
Yeah, read my top 3 topics for today's
all that.
podcast.
Oh my God, I didn't see all that. I mean, that Botox at my age, hell yes. And here's why I don't feel bad about it. What's my dad taught me? Loyalty, honesty, and the golden rule. Chicken shit, bullshit, oh my God.
Bam.
If it does not have a window for a child or an animal of any kind to escape, it's not a fucking... I'm trying not to F off.
These are real problems, Claudine.
We also need to discuss the people that want 5 acres to keep horses, or they can't afford the effing acreage. They can't afford.
If they can't afford the effing horse, they can't afford the effing land.
I agree.
Her.
I agree.
Knockbox on side porch.
Oh. What is the craziest deal you've ever done, Brian?
Oh boy, that's a good one. God, there's so many. I mean, I can't think of. Stop real quick.
What about it?
I'll tell you one. This is a good one. About 20 years ago, and it wasn't crazy. It was kind of good. It was a really kind of a rundown house in a suburban area of Newport, and the really sweet old couple, they couldn't read.
Oh.
And then the house set on the market. It was every day, calls. It had foundation issues, all kinds of things. Ended up, I had to write checks, and they couldn't read, but they were hard workers, and they had money. We got the house under contract. I sold it, double dipped it, sold them a house for cash, and then since then, I've still in contact with people from back then.
That's awesome.
From that house, from that specific house. But it was pretty crazy walking into it. A, because they couldn't read. It was shocking because I was young and didn't know the world. But B, the house itself was just shocking. I had never seen a foundation that was falling in and all of these different things. So that was a good crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely challenging, especially if they couldn't read. That's you think in today's society that wouldn't happen, but it's more common than we all realize. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very hardworking people, had money. They just couldn't read. He was a truck driver. Guess he could read just enough.
I guess to get by, right? Kara, what have you ever had a buyer or seller completely melt down over something ridiculous? The look she
What
gave
was your
me.
question? Because I probably had it. It's probably happening right now.
This buyer or seller that completely melted down. And what happened? There was something like totally ridiculous. I don't know, define ridiculous, I guess, but...
Let me think on this.
I have a recent home inspector fiasco.
What happened?
6 months ago.
Yeah.
The home inspector, was walking around with a cane, couldn't get it, climb anything, but he claimed to be a master plumber and said there was a gas leak. And we argued for 5 days with the home. Duke came in immediately. My sellers were still living there. They came in within hours. There was no gas leak. If Duke says there's no gas leak, there's no gas leak.
Correct. I think they're professionals.
It was 5 days of absolute chaos. I know I'm a licensed plumber. I can smell gas, and I do.
No gas.
No gas. No gas.
Sometimes, I don't know, do you feel that inspectors kind of cross the line a little bit on their expertise? Because it's more of an opinion than, I mean, they're not electricians, they're not plumbers.
Correct.
Right.
In the same one, he noted that there was mold and moisture, but he couldn't tell where it was coming from. But because he was in a cast and he was overweight and the list goes on, he wasn't able to see behind the washing machine, which was leaking slowly on the first floor laundry into the basement. So, good news is, it was caught quick. ServPro came in. Just because it looks like mold doesn't mean it's mold.
Right.
They cleaned it all up, ripped drywall out, but again, no mold. Can't use that word. People use that word too loosely.
Yeah.
It needs to be
No
tested.
no toxic mold.
Yeah, well, it needs to be tested, absolutely.
But there's a leak. There's a gas leak, for sure. But there's a water leak. I'm a master plumber, but I can't tell you where it's coming from. Right? It's coming from the washing machine, and if you looked behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Let me take it, Brian, that you're never using that inspector again?
He is blacklisted. No names to be mentioned.
It's wild.
Yeah. Kara, do you have an answer yet?
I don't think so, because I feel like I don't. Yeah. Okay. So this deal was a deal that I did with one of our favorite lenders, and I really try to like calm people down before it gets that far. I'm like, if I start to worry, then I'm gonna tell you to worry. You know, like I'm not like everything's kind of fixable in a way. Like after seeing this out, but I think the biggest one was this lender was just like, Kara, they literally just spent $700 at Kroger last week, and we're supposed to close Friday, and they don't have the funds to close because they literally just spent $700 at Kroger. And we were like, they're yelling at me. They're like, how come you didn't tell us to spend blah, blah? I'm like, I didn't tell you to spend. Like, I like straight like went off and back, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm answering your question right now, but I'm like, I didn't spend $700 at Kroger. Like, so
I'm not the one that screwed up this deal.
And I've never cussed at one of my clients. Like, I said, are you fucking kidding me? It was one of my mom's bar people's workers, like whatever. So I'm like, I just slipped, and I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and this is so funny because this is when I met this favorite lender of ours, and it was the first deal that I've ever done with him, and they were bankruptcy people. Like, he really coached me on, like, this is where me and Scotty boy became real tight. It was me, Scott, and Kelly on the three-way call. We were dealing with this transaction, just trying to figure it out. Thank God for my mom, because she paid them like an advance, and we ended up getting it like squared away that way.
Yeah.
But Scott was like, I need to meet you. And I was like, I'm fired up. This is annoying.
Landon, have you met Scott yet?
I have not.
He's
I think I gave you his number.
He's
Yeah.
a lot of
So,
fun.
and if I didn't, you can have that too.
Yeah.
Since this is not actually going live, I do have a really good story.
Yeah, to tell us.
So this is about, let's say, 2012.
Well, wait a second. About going, we're not live per se, but if I edit, I might use it for the first podcast. Are you going to be okay
That's
with
fine.
that? Okay.
That's
Just
fine.
give like little snippet.
I'm not naming
Right.
names.
Yeah, that's
So.
why I wanted to preface.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 2012, had this really cool client. He was a pharmacist by trade, and he was buying a home that my builder friend owned. It was one of his rentals that he had kept, and he started selling some off. He sold 2 or 3 of them. It was out in Hebron. It was like 180,000 at the time, which would now be 350. And anyway, he was a little bit of a partier, and here we are at the closing. First he calls me and says, "Hey, do you care if I have these appliances dropped off, for me?"
Oh.
And I said, "Oh, well,
I already know what's going.
how'd you buy those?"
Oh,
Well, I
man.
got 18 months same as cash. Fortunately, he made enough money. It was cool. We had the appliances dropped off. It was my friend, so I opened the garage, let him do it. Closing's there. We're sitting there. He's not there. He's not. I'm calling him. He's not there. He lived in an apartment around the corner from my office. So I go knock on his door. He opens the door. Hey, Brian. Am I late for the closing? And I said, you effing missed it. Get dressed. Get out. And he opens the door, and it looked like they had some hired friends over.
Oh gosh.
And his brother was in from Jordan, the country, and they had some lady friends and some stuff laying around, and
Oh boy.
it was very interesting. He got dressed very quickly. He got in my car. He came to the closing after it was over. He signed and went on his way.
I can't imagine not showing up to a closing. I mean,
If you would have seen what was going on in his living room, I can't imagine how he was even heard the door knock.
ooh, well, good for him. I mean, I think probably the craziest closing I had was I had a client that I told her that she needed to, get a cashier's check from her bank to bring to closing for the title company and so forth. And I was at the other brokerage at the time. She comes in, sits down, and you know how they mail you free checks sometimes from your bank and all that?
Yeah.
It's just one big check. That's what she brought to closing. Yeah. So I had to get her to go to her bank, and this is about 4:45, and on a Friday. So luckily she made it and got the cashier's check. She goes, you told me to get the cashier's check, Claudine. And I said, that's not a cashier's check. But God love her, she thought she was on it, man. But she didn't bring the right check.
Back when you could buy a house for $80,000, I'd say 2006, 8, something like that. I had an older gentleman buying a house for his nephew, being the bank, and we closed at his lawyer's office. He brought a bag of cash,
Oh, jeez.
a grocery bag of cash, because he didn't want to pay for a certified check. So I drove him from his lawyer's office to his bank. I went to the ATM because I didn't have any money on me, so I could pay for his cashier's check.
Oh my gosh.
And they looked at him and they looked at his account and they said, I can't remember his last name, Mr. Whatever it was. They said, sir, we're not going to charge you for a certified check. So we took the 80 whatever thousand it was bag of money in my car with this guy to the bank, and I said, why don't you put this in there?
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, I'm just going to hang on to it.
I had somebody send me a picture of proof of funds, and it was a case of cash. That's what they thought proof of funds meant. Boy, we got a lot of I'm telling you, you just wait. I mean, I know you're new into the industry, but it's gonna happen.
I really am really excited that he's here and just listening, because this is what our office needs. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
This is how I learned at Tipsy Klein, just going in the office and like hearing all the things. Like, he just needs to. He's already heard stories.
And when you're in
We've
a
got
house
lots.
that's occupied, maybe it's not occupied, or maybe you think it's vacant, don't ever make assumptions. You always want to knock on a door if it's closed, because you never know what's behind that door. There's some crazy things going on.
I saw a guy in boxers one time.
Huh?
I saw a guy in boxers one time. He jumped out of bed and he's, oh my God, I forgot I had a showing. Well, did you?
Oh wow.
Are you sure that was not?
I know. Did
Was that staged, maybe?
That was Cincinnati Trash House. There's fucking strippers on the floor upstairs.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know if they were strippers, but they look like strippers.
I was in a multifamily a few years back, and the buyer's dad was with me, and we walk in, it's occupied, and there's these college girls living there. And they were just running around in towels, getting in and out of the shower, and I thought, if this were my daughter, I'd kill her.
Yeah.
And then his son, who was young, probably like 22 at the time, he missed the whole show. By the time he got there, they were all dressed in...
He was like, dude, you should have been on time for the one time in your life.
We're like, this is so awkward. Like, what do we do? They're like, hey, I'm just...
I don't think I've had anything like that. I've had a showing where, they were scrambling to get out of the house, but they were so stoned. I mean, you literally could smell the weed in the house so bad. And then I've been into showings to where you couldn't walk because there was so many animal feces on the floor.
Ew.
I mean, we're talking shit everywhere. It was so gross. Nothing surprises me though anymore.
And I was one in Erlanger a few years back that they were growing pot and in the closet. You could
I have my
obviously
hand
smell
raised. No rush.
it. But they but they were growing pot in the closet. You could smell it. But they thought it was a couple little. I could totally see what they were doing. But they were like, they removed it. Like I think they took it with them. Like they just had a little area. But and don't ever assume when a house is vacant, especially when you're with. I was showing this young lady, early 20s, houses, and house was vacant. Go and show. We walk in. It's a Saturday, pitch black. The house because they had curtains drawn and stuff. Flip the light on, and there's a biker dude, passed out on the couch.
Ooh.
Fortunately, she was behind me. I said, "Sir, sorry." So, whoa! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the owner. I came in town. And I got drunk and I passed out. He was still hammered. So don't
It's
ever
like you
assume the
can't-
house is
I
vacant.
know, you can't just- you can't
yell
just
hello,
say,
make yourself known.
Get in your car and ride, man.
No, he was really cool, but he looked really scary. I mean, because he was hammered, passed out, and he looked really rough the night before. He was really nice once he woke up.
Well, then you're afraid, like, God, he's gonna pull a gun on me or something, you know?
That's when I carried one.
Yeah, I hear you. Kara, you had your hand raised.
But
It's your turn.
Hello.
hey, Brian, will you schedule a showing on my listing? I just sent you the address. I need to see if it's working, but I need to set it up to where I think it's just go and show right now, and I need it to be text to confirm. Help. And hold on, I gotta switch.
You should be able to switch that in showing time.
I know, that's what I thought, and I couldn't figure it out over here.
We've talked about almost 20 minutes, y'all. That's pretty good.
I love the podcast idea. I don't like being on video.
I don't know.
If it's gonna be,
I
I have a radio face.
well, if it's gonna be too hard to edit to match up with, because right now it's pretty much. I could see your head. I could see Brian a little bit. Landon, you're not in it at all. Sorry.
Bart's
I don't
underneath
wanna
my
be
feet.
in it.
Bart's
I
underneath
can't
the
really
table.
let's get up.
Would you rather do a deal with an exploding septic tank or a buyer who brings their entire extended family to every showing?
Septic tank.
Yep.
Septic tank.
Yep. What about you?
I don't know. I think I'm going with the family.
You know why that answer is incorrect?
Why?
Because you can fix the septic tank. There's a number on that. There's a finality to it.
There's
Amen.
facts.
Do
facts,
that.
The
facts.
crazy family, the people can't do anything
If
about
you
them, let
just
alone
know
us.
what
It
you're
makes it
talking about,
fun.
then
It's one of those things though. If you know the family personally,
Yeah. Yes.
but if you don't, and if it's a lead that you've gotten off of maybe Zillow or Realtor.com, whatever,
Yeah.
you just sometimes it's
I will say it can be awkward. Yeah.
it can very much.
okay.
My
go.
friend's dad was like, "When was this house built?" And I said 1970.
That was before
and he
Tom
said,
Hayden.
"No, it wasn't." And I was like, "Well, that's what this paperwork says." I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, he's like, did you look at the tax records, sir?
Yeah.
Because they always feel like they know more than you.
Right.
The dad, the uncle, the aunt, the whatever, this is too much money. They bought their house 30 years ago. Forget 5 years ago. It's a
Right.
different market, right?
Exactly.
Well, we only paid, $45,000 for our house in 1982. Like, well, what'd you pay for your new truck? 80. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's your answer.
Yeah, exactly. And the way things are going, it's not going to decrease in pricing anytime soon, for sure. So we're going to wrap it up. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from a deal falling apart?
Don't let the agents fuck with you.
Let it go and move on. And if it's a buyer
There might
and
be
you've
some
been
frozen going on
and
there,
you've been
Brian. Let it go.
and you've been loyal, they're gonna buy again. If it's a seller and it fell apart, you just got to move on to the next because there's always another deal around the corner.
Absolutely. And don't spend your commission before you get it.
True. True that.
Yeah, but we pretty much do that all the time.
Well, yeah,
I
because
do
we
it all
only
the
get paid so often. We only get paid when we
I always
close.
just say it doesn't matter when we get paid because it's all spent anyway.
All right. So, what's your current status? I have a feeling I know what yours is, Kara. Your current chaos level, is it calm, slightly unhinged, or full blown dog chasing a squirrel energy?
What do you think I am? Why don't we do that?
Dog and squirrel. Totally.
What about you?
I'm very calm because I just decompressed from
A lot.
the worst 2 weeks in real estate in 25 years.
To be honest, I feel the best I've felt in a while.
So I'm very calm.
Yeah.
Next week though, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna
Be the squirrel or dog
Yeah.
chasing the squirrel.
I've got a list. I gotta get a hold of some people, and I'm gonna get busy again. But
Sometimes we just need to take that break. We forget to
I
remind
can't wait
ourselves.
till my break.
Well, sorry, that was the dog.
Okay,
Sure.
so
Not
here's
me.
my.
What? I'm trying. I haven't showered today, but what about you, lady? You seem like you're pretty calm.
I'm trying to hold it together. Yeah, I'm pretty chill.
Trying to hold it together. You're getting your. Is this your first contract?
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so I'm excited, and I'm about to have another one too.
wow,
Yay!
you're very calm. That's good. That's awesome.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
He's great. He asks good questions.
That's awesome. Well, I think for me, I'm slightly unhinged, but I do have a closing today at 4.
How is that any different from any
Any
other
other
day?
day? That's right. Touche. All right. Well, I guess we have some thinking and talking to do and what we're going to call this damn podcast. But anyways, I appreciate you guys, Brian, Kara, Landon.
Selling high in the
Yes.
Selling
tri-state.
high in the
Signing
tri-state.
off.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm thinking that I don't know, canines, chaos, and contracts. I'm
I like
kind of
it.
leaning to
I
that.
like the dog thing because
I'm
we're
a
all
big dog lover.
lovers.
Yeah.
We could even put pictures of our dog.
We could do that. We could.
We could have them.
videotape.
We could have them talking.
We could try.
We
Do
should-
some AI
We should do some AI with the dogs and have them do the yeah.
and do the podcast. Like
I bet
have
we'll-
Chat GPT.
I guarantee
yeah.
we'll get more people looking at it than looking at us.
Oh, totally. Or we could film it ourselves and make us
Yeah.
dog. Well, I mean, some people might think that we already are.
Like I said,
Or nice people call me bitch on a regular occasion. But anyways, all right. Thank you guys very much, and we're out.